Hi everyone, it's Than from Advanced Reef Aquarium. Just a few weeks ago, Aquaillumination released their latest light, the Hydra. This fixture got a lot of quick interest from online forums because it's priced the same as their oldest model, the Sol, but shared many of the features of their highest end fixture, the Vega. In this video, we will take a closer look at the Hydra. The Hydra uses an impressive mix of LEDs with an emphasis on the deeper blue to violet end of the color spectrum. It has white, red, and green, but what really sets it apart from AI's other fixtures is the lack of a standard blue in favor of two different near UV bulbs. The Hydra is a lower profile unit than the Sol, but not quite as thin as the Vega. It seems to have the same heatsink as the Sol. Also, making a reappearance are the mounting screws that were absent from the Vega. The box claims that the Hydra is compatible with their EXT mounting system, although the heatsinks lack the special notches that allow the EXT rail to slide in seamlessly. Another noticeable difference between the Hydra and past fixtures are the optics and layout of the LEDs. The LEDs are arranged in 4 separate pucks like the Vega, but are turned 45 degrees. Also, they have a frosted look to further diffuse the light. One important distinction between this light and past lights is that it's not customizable. The Vega, for example, has the option of swapping out pucks with your own custom blend of LEDs. The Hydra is fixed, but they selected very popular choices. So, ready to see it on a tank? Well, we're not. First, we have to update the firmware on the controller. Chances are, the vast majority of the wireless controllers are not up to the latest firmware, at least not at the time of this recording. It's not difficult to do, but a walkthrough might be helpful. After downloading the latest firmware, plug in the controller. Now, unlike a USB drive, it won't show up immediately. You can see it once you select firmware update. Once the controller appears, you want to delete the old firmware file and copy over the latest firmware. The firmware is a binary file ending with a .bin. Now that the new firmware is on the controller, we need to restart our controller for the changes to take effect. Just unplug it and plug it back in to power cycle the unit. When it starts back up, it will be running the latest firmware. Just to check, we want to make sure that the Hydra is a selection when setting up the lights. Another noticeable change from the original firmware is that the list view is now gone in favor of an icon view. Now that we finally have our lights set up, let's load up a program and see its effect over an actual tank. This program is their default, which at its brightest is 80% across all of the colors. On first glance, it's considerably more purple than many of the LED fixtures that tend to be a little bit more of a cool blue. If you've been in the hobby long enough to remember what a VHO actinic bulb looks like, this LED fixture has that same sort of violet quality. Obviously, there are no long-term results as this unit has only been out for a few days, but given the price point and the feature set, the Hydra looks like a really strong offering from AI. Right now, it's the same price as a Sol, but has a far more diverse color spectrum and comes wireless. It gets you very close to a Vega at almost $100 less. If I were setting up a tank right now, I would strongly consider this light. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Normally I would reserve equipment related topics to the ARA channel exclusively, but I'll post this as well to the Tidal Gardens channel. There's a lot of folks out there that are really curious about this light and there isn't a ton of information out there on it. So I hope this video gives you an idea of what to expect with the Hydra. Thanks again, everyone.